Alright everyone, this is our points race number 10 vlog from the Bluff Outlaws. Before we get into it, I just want to say some of the footage later in the video, mainly towards the A-main event, is not owned by myself or shot by myself. It's from my good buddy Kyler Shot, Fast 4 Media, and I wanted to give him credit for what he does for our sport, outlaw karts. He is a main filmer at the Bluff Outlaws. He does some Cycleland Speedway, but does all the big races like the Outlaw Kart Showcase and the West Coast Nationals. He also shoots a lot of micro sprint racing. I know he has a lot of the big races in the Midwest, and he'll be broadcasting throughout 2019. I just want to give a huge shout out to him because he's been gracious to letting me use his footage all throughout this Bluff Outlaw year. And also, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the other broadcasters out there. Thank you for promoting our sport in the way you guys do. When these guys are able to go to the races and live stream, you know, of course, then we can watch like the World of Outlaws race. We can watch all people throughout the United States, all the other different forms of racing without actually being there. And also, like, our family members can watch. So my grandma and grandpa weren't able to actually make it to Red Bluff this weekend, but they were able to watch on Fast 4 Media. So thank you so much, Kyler, for all you do and all the other broadcasters out there. Let's get into points race number 10. We are here at the Bluff Outlaws for points race number 10, and as you've seen in some of my videos before this, I have fans say my intro. Well, I have a fan, he's not actually really in the age group I usually have in my video, but he really wanted to do the intro today, so we're gonna have him.
What's up, and welcome back to today's video. We're here at Red Bluff for points race number 10. Let's get it started.
He messed it up. He didn't say YouTube. He said, what's up? Anyway, guys, that's my dad, John Holmes. You guys don't see him in the vlogs much, and lately he's been saying, what's up YouTube a lot, because kind of just like making a joke about that's like a big joke in our family. And so I was like, you know what? If you want to keep saying it, you're practicing well, you might as well just do it in the video. So that was my dad. He's going to be working on Carly a little bit tonight. Not as much. He's really just got a lot of watching to do because Carly has some other people helping her. We're looking to have a good night. Also, the weather, it's really good outside right now. It's supposed to rain, but I think the rain is going to pass over us, especially with all the weather Northern California has got this week. With snow like 7 to 10 inches in some areas, which for Northern California and like the valley floor, that seems like a pretty rare thing. You don't see that much. So they've had a complete mixture of weathers between rain, snow, and everything, and now it's shining here at the Bluff Outlaws. Let's get into today. Qualifying is going to be up for the opens here next. Qualifying is over for points race number 10, and I have great news for you guys. We ended up going third quick out of 27 or 28 opens tonight, so a pretty good car count. I know we lost a few cars because I think some of the roads getting into Red Bluff in Northern California are closed because of the snow and stuff like that, but just a solid run for us. After our group, we were second behind the 91 of Tyler Seavey, and then Amanda Moore bumped us both down, and she went quick time. Tyler was second, I was third. Like I was telling Jimmy and my dad, it's really hard to judge how fast you are when you're behind Tyler Seavey, because that's how we went out there. When we got pushed off, I was behind him, and he like pulls away from you, so like I don't know if my laps are that good, even though I felt like the best I felt out there in qualifying this whole year. And I think I turned the fastest lap in 8.38 or 8.38, so a great lap, and I think Tyler was in 8.34. So the times are really close, and then from there it just gets closer down to the bottom half of the top 10. But when you're following Tyler, he's just so fast and so smooth, so you're like, I don't know if my laps are that good. But when I was able to come off the track, I took a peek at the board, and we were second quick, and I knew we put down a really solid lap. So that should put us second row outside of a heat. Now we got to transfer out of that. Also, I'm here in the QRC trailer, and I have a fan who wants to be in the video. Buddy, what's your name?
Mason.
Mason, and is this your first time here at Red Bluff tonight?
Second.
Second, good luck. Go get him. Are you in beginner box stock? Yes. So beginner box stock driver Mason here. Go get him tonight. And what? Did you just do your heat race? What? You just did your heat race, right? Yeah. And then you'll be moving on to the later mains tonight. Go get him. Open heat races are getting ready to start at Red Bluff. I am the third open heat race to go out. So really, I think the track's gonna be good. The top's gonna clean off a little bit. The bottom had a lot of speed when I watched Carly's heat race, and she rolled the bottom. So gonna head out there, have some fun, and start second row outside. Got a pretty good heat, top 2 transfer. It'd really help us out if we could get into the show early without having to run to B. But factory car. Cole, what's up? How you doing, dude? That is Cole Karoff. He just ran his beginner box heat here a little bit ago. Let's head out. Let's have a good run in the 18T. We made it through the open heat race, started 4th. The first restart we didn't get the greatest start and was still running 4th. Got a yellow quickly on the first lap and then got right into 2nd. Worked on the leader, just wasn't able to get him. I ran the bottom for 7 out of the 8 laps because I saw the 31's nose under me. Car was really, really fast. If I had to show you guys the track where I was running, right here on the orange disc, the whole time, left front, all the way through the bottom, using the clutch just a little bit to just keep the RPMs up and keep the car going. We almost had Natelyn. She was really, really fast on the top. And I got some fans who want to be in the vlog. You guys can say your name.
I'm Logan.
What class do you run?
Beginner box.
Beginner box?
And I'm transferring for the A main.
You made the A? Congrats.
Evan.
Evan, and you're running what, 250? Awesome.
Rowdy Grams.
Rowdy Grams has one of the coolest names here. I love the name Rowdy.
My name's Racing Grams.
And another, these guys are brothers and they got the 2 coolest names in the pit area. All right, good luck tonight. Here's a look at turns 3 and 4, just showing you guys the racetrack. The top's pretty fast, the bottom still has a ton of grip. The bottom's still really heavy. The top up here by the crease is still really good as well. We'll just have to kind of watch. I want to show you guys the track after all the lower mains go. Since we're in the A tonight, we don't have to run a lower main. Just show you how much it's going to change throughout the night. The nice thing about being at the Red Bluff Outlaws this time of year is it's still light outside and they ended actually pretty early. So it's 5 o'clock, dashes start at 5:30. We got a little bit of time to look at the racetrack. I posted the lineup. It's pretty windy right now, but I start second row outside in the 18T. Brandon LaChance and Landon Brooks are on the front row. So this will be the first, here, check it out one more time. First 3 rows really stacked. I mean, the whole A main, that's just typical for the opens. Guy to watch, Jesse Caldwell. He'll start from the 11th starting position. He'll be fast with my teammates tonight back there, the factory QRC stable. But let's go check out the racetrack. Down here in turns 1 and 2 and taking a look at the racetrack, Bennett mentioned something after the B. You said you thought it was slicker down here, correct?
It's a lot slicker and harder.
I mean, looking at it, we definitely get telling in the B it was just like that. I think one of the reasons they were running the bottom in the B and that was faster is because the top just never really cleaned off. You can see it's still a little bit dusty after the Sportsman's went out, but the bottom, a little bit of grip. Keep your left front in, maybe your right rear. It starts to slick off through the center, but the racetrack is super even tonight. Both lines are really good as long as the top gets cleaned off. And looking at it, it's a little slick and it's only gonna get worse as the night goes on. Grip all over the racetrack, just really starting to get to that point where it goes downhill. That'll be good though. I really like slick racetracks. When it's hooked up, it's just not really more my thing. Let's go check out turns 3 and 4 though. Now down here in turns 3 and 4, a lot of people are walking the racetrack and studying it and trying to make calls and decisions for what they're gonna do for setup for tonight. Taking a look at the bottom, lots and lots of grip, especially off of 4. I know in the heat race, I wheelied from about right here all the way down the straightaway. That's where I was mainly catching the grip. But on the bottom side of the racetrack, you really have to wait. A lot of guys drive it so hard on the bottom and it just really doesn't work. You gotta just be patient and just roll. Looking at the bottom, now towards the center, looks good, still a lot of grip. Moving up to the top, right on the crease seems to be the place to be. Just keep her right in here, and then a little bit of a cushion forming, which no one's gonna run up there. It's not gonna be worth it. But that's a look at the track and comparing it to the heat race times. It definitely has slicked off a lot, and I think for the A main event, it's gonna be that way as well. Just went out for the trophy dash in the open class. We started 4th, and then from there we ended up finishing 5th. I was running the top the whole race because I feel like that's probably where I'm going to be in the A main event. The bottom's still pretty good, but so many people are running it, it's going away. And Casey McLean won on the bottom. Jesse ran the top, and he gained gained some ground. He was right there, just at least from what I could see from running fourth, and he was right there. He just was never really able to get him. In the dash, we kind of had a little bit of a science experiment, I'd like to call it. We were trying some stuff out for the A-main event because we figured we probably wouldn't win the dash, you know, maybe had a chance, but we just wanted to see if our setup would really work, and then from there we would make a change, whether we want to go back to where we were more for the heat race or if we want to go to the new setup. I was running fourth like most of the race, and I kept seeing fifth place cars nose, and we ran like almost side by side, and finally they got next to me and they kind of just decided they didn't want to have any more laps trying to pass me, and they kind of just got into me, and I had to lift, otherwise I might have wrecked. So I just was like, you know, it's a dash, it doesn't matter, we're literally racing for fourth. So that was kind of a bad deal. We have Bennett here. Bennett, how are you going to take on tonight's, the first Open A? What's your strategy?
I think, you know, we're just going to pick them off one by one, stay level-headed, and just go to the front there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's either going to be a big, long green flag run, or we're going to have lots of yellows, and you're really going to have to figure out what you want to do with tires, and that's the main decision tonight. What tire do you want to go with on that right rear? So we'll see what we can do, and we're going to watch all the lower mains, see what the track does, and I'll give you guys an update before we head out for the A-main. They're announcing everyone out. I start second row outside. It sounds like the 60 yellow starts off the front row outside. Might take the back row challenge. That would put us front row outside. We'll see if he actually does. Otherwise, our car's really fast. We did that science experiment in the dash. We kind of figured out really what we want to do. They're going to be doing race saver check here soon. Tracks are really, really slick, just like last week. Bottom looked really good. Top looks all right. We'll kind of have to see when we get out there. Hopefully, things off fast, and we'll be fast also. Let's get the factory QRC victory lane.
And right rolling off outside of row number 2, the fourth starting position out of Jacksonville, Oregon. With factory QRC for Racing Dirt Incorporated, Demonstrator Jet Fitness, number 18 team is Tanner Holmes. And starting third tonight.
Lights are out. Tanner Holmes leads it with 10 laps to go as we get set to restart. Out of turn 4, green flag back in the air.
Down into 1 and 2. Daniel Whitley trying to get clear once again of Brandon LaChance. LaChance hits a shot from behind from the 86J of Caldwell.
Up front, though, the 18T with some distance. Here comes Landon Brooks. Oh, Caldwell's upside down. And the red comes out.
And I have never seen anything like that, Elijah. The right front on Jesse Caldwell's car just ripped right off when he went into the corner, flipped him right over.
With some distance. Here comes Landon Brooks. Oh, Caldwell's upside down.
Brandon LaChance, Jake Park, and Amanda Thorson, your top 5 finishers. A great drive by the 18T of Tanner Holmes to get his 3rd win of the season, his 4th overall in the open class. We've sent Chase Rodman downstairs to get a quick word with you, tonight's main event winner.
He's out of the race car now, ladies and gentlemen. Tanner Holmes can hear you. Your feature winner tonight. Third win on the year for Tanner Holmes. 4th Open Division win to his credit. We'll wait for him to get the helmet off and the Hans device, the gloves and all that stuff. Elijah Jones pointing out 36 wins to his name here with the Red Bluff Outlaws now. 2nd on the all-time win list. He's got the helmet off. Here comes his dad, John, coming in. Got the camera down here for the YouTube vlogs, of course. Well, Tanner, 3rd win on the year, 4th of your career, and I was just told that 36 total wins. You moved into 2nd all-time with the Red Bluff Outlaws. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's an honor. There's so many good drivers that have ran under this roof, and this is my favorite racetrack in the whole entire world. I would not miss a weekend here at Red Bluff, and we've been really successful in the younger classes, and in last year we got our 1st win in the Open our rookie year, and it's kind of just continued, and my car has just gotten better and better throughout the season. We kind of had a little bit of a dry spout there where we didn't win much or run too good, but got going last weekend and ran top 5, and I knew this was going to be our night to kind of get back going and get a win.
Let's move you over here a little bit so the people at home can see you on the camera. But, man, it seemed like the racetrack all night throughout the heat races and the B-main and stuff, it was right around the bottom, it seemed like, for most of the drivers. And then during the feature, you moved up to the top side. Everybody else was down low. It seemed like this 18T was just, it could go anywhere that nobody else could.
Yeah, Jimmy set it up so I could pretty much just put it wherever I needed. I was actually a little surprised I got such a good start against Brandon. And I don't know if he just spun the tires and just got out front. And I knew after that first restart, it was a complete mistake to give the 57 the bottom because he's just been on his restarts. And so I was like, not doing that again, and kind of got in a rhythm. And I just want to thank Durst Incorporated, Factory QRC, Burris Racing, Tire, Kevin Sure Designs, and Jimmy and Topher and everyone at QRC for the car. I mean, it was locked down. As the track went on and we got more green flag laps, it got more abrasive, and it just got better and better. I could drive it harder, and we were just gone.
You might want to go shake Landon Brooks' hand for taking the back row challenge and moving up to the front row. Huh?
Yeah, I was going to ask him if he was going to do it, and they said he was, and I was pumped, and I knew he'd have a good shot at this one.
Tanner Holmes, your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to him. Make sure you go find him on YouTube, Tanner Holmes Vlogs. You'll be seeing that thing on the internet, I'm sure, here in the next couple of days. Elijah Jones, back up to you.
All right, so I'm down here with the guy who predicts all of my wins. Topher, what'd you do this time?
Told your mom you're going to win today.
Yeah, last night he texted her and said, Tanner, we had a good feeling, and we got it done. Feels really good to get our 3rd win of the year. It is tough to win more than one feature in the Open. It's tough to win one feature in a year in the Open class. And to ran how we did tonight, we were lights out. We ran an 8.6, which is a pretty fast time in qualifying. And when the track gets slick like that, I could tell it was getting abrasive. And I will say, people say that sprint cars and like outlaw cars don't really, there's not much between them. I do think running rubber down in a sprint car helped me so much because I could watch the racetrack. I could see that it wasn't necessarily taking rubber, it was just becoming abrasive. And so I could drive it harder and harder and harder on my tires, and they lasted. And I do got to give a ton of credit to QRC and Jimmy for the setup. We were definitely on the fence of what to do, and he made the right calls and gave me an absolutely perfect car for the show. And it feels good to get our 3rd win of the year and just an outstanding night for points race number 10. We're finishing our points race number 10 vlog down here in turns 1 and 2, and I want to show you the racetrack because this reminds me of points race number 3, maybe not on the scale it was, but definitely on its way there if we would have had more laps. It is just getting more abrasive and more abrasive every single time someone ran here. And the Sportsmans, I don't think they came up here as much, but in our Open A, this was the place for me to be. I just got faster and faster running 8.6s, 8.7s all the way throughout the A main event, and faster as I went going. I think I mentioned this in my interview, or no, maybe I didn't. I told Jimmy right after I got out of the car, my throttle was sticking with 2 or 3 laps to go. It was getting bad. Like if I would have had 2 more laps, I don't know if I would have made it because I'd go in the corner and blow the top. Like I just couldn't slow down at all. And I was trying to not go full throttle, and it just still was getting worse and worse. So luckily the white flag came out. I was waiting for it, and we weren't really able to have a lot of green flag laps in. A few times we did, but a lot of just 1 lap yellow, 1 lap yellow. here's a look. Like I said, it's just getting abrasive. In the bottom, still has a little bit of grip, but just not on the level the top was. So that's gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Once again, I do wanna say thank you to all my sponsors, Durst Incorporated, Factory QRC, Kevin Scherer Designs, and just Burris Racing Tire and everyone. Thank you so much, Evan, for having fun with me tonight, and just thank you to my sponsors, and also Jimmy. Jimmy gave me an absolute lights out setup. It was so fast, and you know, we were able to go get her done. So it feels so good. Win number 3 on the year. Hopefully we can get a few more before it ends, and then we have West Coast Nationals. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Deuces.